Hello everybody, welcome back, and today our topic is orthostatism and gait. What does orthostatism and gait depend on? 1. Vision. 2. Pathways like the proprioceptive pathway, corticospinal pathway, extrapyramidal pathways, and cerebral pathways. 3. The lower motor neurons. 4. Spinal reflexes, and 5. The musculoskeletal system. What are the tests done for the orthostatism and gait? 1. The Romberg test. What is the Romberg test? You first ask the patient to stand up with his heels close together and his toes apart, preferably with his feet bare, with both arms and hands extended toward the examiner, first with his eyes opened. Then you ask the patient to close his eyes for 20 to 30 seconds without support. What is the difference between positive and negative Romberg sign? The loss of steadiness with his eyes closed in case of a positive Romberg sign when compared to a loss of steadiness with his eyes open and not closed in case of the negative Romberg sign. In the case of a positive Romberg sign, there is no or minimal swaying when eyes are open. Sensory proprioceptive ataxia is the cause of a positive Romberg sign, as the cause of a negative Romberg sign is cerebral ataxia. What about tandem walking? What is tandem walking? You ask the patient to walk heel to toe in a straight line. Ataxia is an abnormal orthostatic posture, gait, that lacks coordination, with a wide base standing and an instability maneuvers. What are the different types of ataxia? There is cerebral ataxia, sensory ataxia, vestibular ataxia. Cerebral ataxia. The characteristics of cerebral ataxia include a wide base, staggering, unsteady gait, difficulty when taking turns, impossible tandem walking, and negative Romberg sign. Cerebral ataxia occurs in cerebral syndrome, which is a disease of the cerebellum and associated tracts. What about sensory ataxia? Characteristics of sensory ataxia include an unsteady and wide base gait, a positive Romberg sign when compared to a negative Romberg sign in cerebral ataxia. This positive Romberg sign is in sensory ataxia. The swaying begins as soon as the eyes are closed. This swaying occurs in all directions and is rapid. Sensory ataxia occurs due to proprioceptive sensory loss, polyneuropathy, damage of the dorsal column, spinal cords, or central areas that integrates the proprioceptive information, which is the cerebellum, thalamus, parietal lobes. Furthermore, the vestibular ataxia. Characteristics of vestibular ataxia include a positive Romberg sign. The imbalance appears after an interval. The vestibular ataxia consists of a slow lateral inclination of the body, which is of small amplitude, always in the same direction, and may vary with the position of the head. Occurs due to labyrinthine disorders. What are the different types of gaits? I will first enumerate them, then I will explain the characteristics of each one of them. 1. Parkinsonian gait. 2. A hemiplegic gait. 3. Scissors gait. 4. Steppage gait. 5. Myopathic gait. 6. A drunken sailor gait. 7. Myopathic gait. What is Parkinsonian gait? First, the posture is stooped, with the head and neck forward and hips and knees slightly flexed. Arms are flexed at elbows and wrists. Initiation of walking may be delayed. The steps are short and shuffling. There is loss of arm swing, rapid, short, stepped hurrying, which is the Festinen gait. Causes of the Parkinsonian gait is the Parkinsonian disease. Defect in the basal ganglia. What about the hemiplegic gait? The leg being extended at the knees with plantar flexion of the foot. The patient walks by either dragging the foot, often scraping the toe, or circles it stiffly outward and forward in a circumduction or mowing gait. Ipsilateral arm is held immobile and close to the side, with elbow, wrist, and interphalangeal joints flexed. What is the cause of the hemiplegic gait? The cause of a hemiplegic gait is the unilateral upper motor lesion, stroke. Scissors gait. In this type of gait, walking is stiff, with short steps and each leg is advanced slowly with an effort. The thighs tend to cross forward on each other at each step. The causes of scissors gait is a bilateral upper motor neuron damage, bilateral spastic paralysis. Moreover, the steppage gait, the patient in the steppage gait either drag the offended feet or lift it high with knee flexed and bring it down with a slap on the floor, associated with the inability to walk on its heels. What are the causes of steppage gait? The causes is a peroneal nerve injury, multiple sclerosis, myopathic gait, waddling gait is also called a waddling gait due to the proximal muscular weakness. The causes of a myopathic gait is muscular disease. Drunken sailor gait. In the drunken sailor gait, the characteristics, you see a wide-based gait with uncertain start and stop, lateral deviations, and unequal steps. The causes of a drunken sailor gait is cerebral ataxia, alcohol intoxication. Dancing gait is a bizarre walking pattern associated with choreic movements of the arms. The causes of dancing gait include Huntington disease and psychogenic. Thank you for watching and looking forward to see you with a new topic in the next video.